Alright, I've tried a couple of times to make this video, and then, like, I take my glasses off because I'm sitting at a vanity, and so it's really bright, but I'm very, very blind. And I didn't realize there was this bright light reflecting off of one of my mirrors on my face. So, let me try this again. So, the thing is that, what I just wanted to say is, I do plan on putting up more materials from whenever I went camping. There are things that I probably need to delete out because I just talk a lot. I ramble a lot. If you've only watched any of my other videos, even my live videos, I could talk non-stop and I won't be talking to anybody at all. I have a pretty good ability to do so. So, a lot of my video footage, I realized that, like, I need to kind of, like, I don't know, like shorten up or something like that. It's just a lot of rambling, and it has nothing to do with anything. Um, but anyways, so my plan is I have a lot of videos that I'm gonna be kind of putting together because I did record a lot while I was out there. The thing is that when I'm out there, I don't have signal at all. Um, which is why the one video where I'm sitting in my car, sad, was because I didn't believe that I had signal, but it's in and out anyways. So basically, my plan is that I'm going to work on some of those videos, kind of put them together so that you guys can have them, and, you know, the people that I actually follow and want to watch me camp, because I have a lot of different followers who watch a lot for different reasons, and it is what it is. You guys are cool, I guess. Anyways, so as far as the camping material goes, I do plan on going to another camping trip. It's going to be the 19th through the 24th, and then after that, there's going to be a weekend where they, like, pretty much the campsite is not going to be available, and then the 26th to the 8th, I'm going to be out. So I'm going to be camping again for 12 nights. And I'm hoping that I'm going to be able to take my dog with me, because the only reason I haven't had my dog with me is because she's a princess and she does not like to be out in the dark. And even though she likes to go swimming and she likes to play at the lake, anytime we've taken her to the lake, she will not sleep at night at all. And she's like a little kid, you know, who gets really, really tired and they still want to play. That's my dog. She's like a 3-year-old trapped in a dog body. She's a great dog, but she's not a Great Lake dog. But I would love to take her on a trip. And it also depends on if the ability for me to get a larger tent, because I'm not going to use that 6-person tent again, ever again, ever again. Am I ever going to use that tent? It was awful when it rained and it was windy and it was just, oh, I got so wet. I mean, it wasn't like I was soaked. I was damp. And I think that might be worse than actually being just totally wet, is to just be damp and you're cold. And I didn't have that good sleeping bag when that happened. So it was really, really terrible experience being in the tent. And I left it up doing that camping trip, doing the 6-person tent, because number one, it would have been more difficult to fucking take down and put back up another tent again. I love my 2-person tent. It's a Featherstone tent. It is so easy to put up. Easy to put up if you know what you're doing. Anyways, so but overall, it's a really good tent, and even through a rainstorm, like, that thing has, like, actually survived, and all my stuff was dry. There was no dampness or anything, and what I plan on doing is cleaning that thing off with some stuff for, like, specifically for tent gear and stuff like that, so that way I can get it really weatherproof for this coming season, because pretty much in Texas, in this area, if you don't know, North Texas anyways, you don't really get a very long spring. You get a very short spring, and you get a long summer. You get a very long summer, and it doesn't cool off until about, like, maybe the middle of October if you're lucky, and it might still be freaking warm when it's at the end of October. I'm telling you, this weather around here is wild. I know that a lot of places in the world are like that, but it is just, it's relentless with the heat here in Texas. So it's going to be a hot one, I think. But it's also, I'm really hoping that it doesn't get too rainy because in the past, 5, 6 years, we've had at least 2 floods that have closed down our lake. And I love that lake, and at least one tornado had hit our lake. So it was a bad year that year. That was maybe 2 or 3 years ago. I can't remember exactly. But on the markings of the trees, like I think I've shown in a couple of videos, where you can see like a white spot, and that's because that's where the water level was. It was very, very high. And I mean, I would have been drowning because I'm 5'1". I'm very small. So, yeah, so I'm really hoping that the rain doesn't get too crazy. We're kind of in that in-between area where it's going to be really rainy and it's going to be not. So depending on what happens towards the end of this season, really is going to depend on how the lake is. Even by the time that I was there, the lake had probably raised at least 2 inches, if not 3 inches. It was a lot of rain from the time that I was there. I mean, it was. It did take a minute for it to get there, but I did notice that there was a raise in the level. So if it gets too high, they'll close off that campsite, and that kind of sucks. On the other hand, if that campsite sucks and it closes, then there might be a chance that the other campsite will be open and the one that's next to it will be closed, because this just is really close to the lake. It's a very nice site, but in order for me to get complete peace, which I don't want to be right next to somebody. I don't know people who really do want to camp next to somebody. You guys are something else, but not me. I would love to be where nobody else is. So, if that were to happen, maybe I would be able to get that camping spot and it would be by myself. Otherwise, I'd have to book both sites, and that's expensive. It's very expensive already just to do like 2 weeks camping in one spot. So doing 2 spots, it's gonna be quite a bit. So anyways, with that all said, I plan on getting some of that footage that I did take out there edited, put together and done. Maybe probably shortened a little bit, because like I said, I did a whole freaking day of recording, and a lot of it is some of me just rambling, and a lot of it could just be fed forward, like me putting up my tent, these kind of things. I'm sorry if I'm squinting. I don't have my glasses on. There's lights here, and I realized there was a light that was shining on me whenever I did my last video. Anyways, so other than that, I'm going to be editing the videos. I have the camp trip that's going to be done on the 19th to the 24th, and then after the 24th, I'm going to have from the 26th to May 8th, so it's going to be 12 nights, and that will be the longest trip that I've ever done. And I really am hoping that I'm going to be able to like kind of get some bigger packs and stuff. I'm actually part of the Amazon Vine program because I do a lot of reviews and stuff. And I've been trying to kind of help my algorithm around to just kind of like push some of this camping stuff out. It's just not happening. So, it's a process. It always is. Every year brings its own challenges. So, hopefully I'll get some of those things that I need. I mean, I can always wheelbarrow things in because it's not that far of a trip, but it would be nice to just not have to do that. I mean, of course, if I want to bring ice, of course, it's always going to have to be a wheelbarrow because I'm not packing in ice. Anyways, yeah, that's pretty much it. That's my plan. Edit videos. I have an appointment this week, and then we'll start back up on Sunday with the camping trips, and then that will be until Thursday, I believe, and then from Friday to Sunday is basically booked, but then Sunday is basically my day. That's how it kind of works. It's kind of weird. Anyways, so Sunday and then through the 8th, so it will be like 12 nights, and it will be a long one, but we'll get through it, and hopefully this will be great. I don't know, but that's what's up.